Yo, 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 what up, everybody? So, this is Vic Talk. I've been seeing this a lot on my timeline, a lot of Kevin Samuels talk, Kevin Samuels that. So, I wanted to address a couple things that I've noticed, and I hope that this can kind of steer us in a little bit of a better direction with interpreting his content. So, from what I've seen, for the most part, Kevin he been doing his blogs for a while, and it was mostly addressing us men. Men, how you should look better, work harder, clean up, work harder, work more, and better yourself as an overall man. And he was hard on a lot of us men. Like a lot of us men would call up and we would get chewed out completely because us men understand that dynamic of like there's no support system for our laziness. There's no group of people that will support us if we are lazy. If you're a man and you don't work and you don't put forth the effort, you know, you will society will quickly tell you you're not it, and it will cast you out pretty much. Now recently he started dressing more women, and now it's becoming like a whole misogynoir type of thing where it he people kind of people kind of confuse it as him bashing black women, which he's not. He's bashing the laziness of people, or the people that's overly entitled, or people that are wanting the most without putting the work in. And so from what I see on my timeline, a lot of men have like, and I'm a new fan, so I'm new to this, but I always go back and do my research. So a lot of people that are new to this, they are coming in and they're seeing him, talk down to the women, or pretty much putting the women in check, and they are loving that. But and my thing is, okay, he talks about like what a high value male is and blah blah blah. And while if you're a woman and you don't have what it takes to attract those, then you can't be expecting to attract. Pretty much, date. He pretty much talks down on dating out of your league. If you're like, for example, if you're a man like me, I ain't gonna date no Rihanna. I ain't gonna date no Lupita. But so it's pretty much don't set your over expectations too high. Or if you want that, then you got to be able to work towards that level to where I can attract a Rihanna or a Lupita. However, when you tell women this, it comes off as kind of bashing, and so a lot of this was getting kind of thrown in the mix. So from what I've seen, who a lot of men who are probably not. I don't want to judge anybody because I don't know who's high value or not. But a lot of men, from what I know, they're probably not high value. They're taking this and they're kind of like using this as ammo to kind of like bash our women, and I don't think that's appropriate. I don't think that's what we should do with this piece of information. If anything, when he's telling these women like, "Yo, you got to be able to do this, this, and this to get these high value men," or lower your expectations and settle for, man. Us men, we should just sit back, let him do the talking. And then if you are a middle class man, if you're a middle class or a lower class, whatever, if you now this, I'm not talking about the high value people. High value people, y'all can skip this blog. I don't even got a suit on for this, so don't. This is polo. This is polo class and up, or polo class and below. So if you're like a middle class person and you hear this type of talk, you should just sit back, play your role, and know that, hey, you know what? He's talking from the high value standpoint. Um, and my role in this is, just to better myself so I can either be high value, or I can just be the best version of myself, whether that's high value, mid value, or low value, or whatever. But I don't think that I see a lot of people taking this and they're adding this fuel to kind of like bash women. And it comes off as like, ha ha, you can't get what you want because I can't get what I want. And it's kind of nitpicky. It's really corny. So I just wanted to throw that out there. That's just my 2 cents. My 2 cents might not be enough. My 2 cents could be wrong, but that's just my perspective of it. I would say, for those of us that are not high value, just sit back, and just and let the women kind of learn their lesson on this, because women do have an issue with their their wants kind of just, and emotions kind of just run wild, and nobody ever checks them. So this is like kind of like somebody's doing all the checking for us. So all we got to do really is just sit back and wait for women to realize, like, you know what, instead of me chasing after this dude that's probably not going to appreciate it, let me learn to appreciate the men on my level. But they can't do that if the men on our level is still trying to bash, and then, because when we do that, when you guys do that, you're kind of taking away from the point, because now, instead of women hearing that message of how they should be more appreciative of all men, they are now focused on you joining into the bashing. And now, if you got it like that, if you high value, then yeah, continue to do what you do. But this is for the mid value bales. So, what our position? Just sit back, relax, let them take in the game, and also take in his game, what he said, and focus and try to better yourself the best way you can. But that's it. That's all I got to say. But yeah, I really find it distasteful that people are using like his content to just further bash, you know, these women, and I get it. Some of these women do need to be bashed, but I would say it's not in our place to bash them. Let them get bashed by somewhere else, and then you just exist and just be you, and level up naturally, and then you could reap the benefits from that later. It's kind of like you got to lead by example. So, when I start listening to his content, me personally, I don't get into the whole, whatever a woman wants is what she wants. The thing for me is, I'm gonna make, and I think all men should do this, make yourself the type of man that you want to be. Focus on yourself, and then you could worry about, what the woman, whatever you attract, that would be the type of woman that, will want you, in a sense, if that makes sense. But yeah, so stop bashing women in the name of Kevin Samuels.